this is Dan here at White Glove Auto. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between ceramic coating and paint protection film. Are you wasting your money? That's what we're going to find out. Today we've got this nice Audi that we're working on. It's going to be getting some ceramic coating and some paint protection film, so a mix of the two. We're going to be putting paint protection film on the front end of the vehicle, where it's basically it's more at high risk of being impacted with debris and whatnot. And then we're going to ceramic coat the remainder of the vehicle, so the entire vehicle will have some protection. The biggest differences between the two of them: the paint protection film is kind of like a plastic. It's a polyurethane. It's got an adhesive layer. It's extremely thick. It's a lot thicker when you're comparing it to a ceramic coating. Paint protection film is measured in mils. The industry standard is probably 6 to 8 mils thick. We mostly apply a 10 mil thick film. A mil is 1/1000th of an inch. So if we're applying a 10 mil film, then you're looking at 1/100th of an inch. Maybe a better way to compare that would be if you were to take say a dollar bill out of your wallet. It's approximately 4.3 mils thick. So take a couple dollar bills together, put them together. The paint protection film is just a little bit thicker than that. If you were to put 3 bills together, it's a little less than that when we're referring to our 10 mil thick film. A layer of ceramic coating is measured in microns. Typical layer of ceramic coating is between 1 and 2 microns. So in regards to thickness, comparing the two of them, you're looking at the paint protection film being anywhere from 125 to 250 times thicker than a layer of ceramic coating. So that's one way to compare it and kind of understand it. They have different benefits, obviously, to them. The ceramic coating protects against UV rays. The paint protection film does not, unless it's got ceramic coating actually built into the film. And of course, the ceramic coating is a lot thinner than the paint protection film, so it doesn't do as well as protecting your panels from debris, rocks, and things like that. That's why most people will get the paint protection film installed up front, where they're more at high risk for those type of damages to occur. But they're both, hydrophobic. The ceramic coating is more hydrophobic than the paint protection film. It's going to add a nice, deep, rich shine to your paint. And you no longer have to wax your vehicle. That's not a requirement or anything like that after you've got ceramic coating applied. I've said also you can apply the ceramic coating over the top of the film as well to add that added benefit of the UV protection that the paint protection film doesn't offer. So that'll help against fading and whatnot of your paint over time. So the combination of the two is pretty effective. Pros and cons to, say, paint protection film. The paint protection film, which we have installed in this fender right here, it's the thickest and the best protection surface that you can put on your car. So really it's just the overall thickness. It's going to protect better than anything else. In addition to that, most of the films these days are self-healing. So you get scratches, light scratches and swirl marks and whatnot, it's going to self-heal. Those are probably two of the biggest pros in regards to paint protection film. Maybe a couple of the bigger cons would be the overall cost. It's going to be the most expensive compared to anything else. And then you've got one thing that a lot of people don't like is how dirt builds up on the edges of the film. So if you were to get say a partial front, so you got partial panels done, full panels not covered, and you've got that dirt building up along that edge, that's kind of an eyesore. And that's definitely one of the big things that people complain about. Specifically, there are specific cleaners and whatnot out there to kind of clean those edges. We've got, for ours, XPEL's got a cleaner. It works really well with the film. That's used along the edges of the film. That can really clean that dirt off, that adhesive really well, better than any other products that I've used in regards to keeping those edges clean, if you will. If you've got a light colored car, they're going to be a lot more prominent than versus a dark colored car. Partial front, a standard partial front package, you would come in probably about 1/3 of the fender and about 1/3 of the hood. So once again, that's going to save the customer a little bit of money, but it's going to obviously be less coverage. And then you'll have that edge of that film exposed versus it being wrapped around. Pros and cons when it comes to ceramic coating is the ceramic coating is very hydrophobic. That's one of the big things that customers love about it, as well as it will protect against UV damage. So when you're talking about your paint fading over time, that UV protection is extremely important The cons, you know, some of the bigger cons maybe is just that it's more fragile than like a paint protection film. So it will scratch and mar if you're not taking care of it properly. And then of course it's not going to, because it's very hard, but it's very thin, so it's not going to protect from rock chips and debris and whatnot. That's, you know, a couple of the bigger, you know, concerns maybe when you're comparing the two, the ceramic coating versus the paint protection film. In regards to pricing, you know, for the two of them, I'd say $5,000 or $6,000 to do paint protection film on a full body average size vehicle versus maybe $1,000 to $1,500. There's so many different varieties, variations of ceramic coatings out there, and then how many layers are applied. So the pricing on ceramic coating can really vary, you know, more drastically than paint protection film. I mean, on average, you're looking at 2 to 3 times more cost to put paint protection film on your vehicle versus the ceramic coating, and that's why a lot of the customers, they'll opt to install the paint protection film only on the front of their vehicle, where it can potentially be impacted by debris and whatnot, and then ceramic coat the remainder of the vehicle. That fits into your budget, you know, a little more budget friendly, if you will. If you got the funds, the paint protection film is the route to go. And if not, then, you know, you can at least provide some protection, you know, with the ceramic coating. But we get people in here from all ends of the spectrum, high end, low end. I've seen it all. I mean, we've done full paint protection film wraps on a $30,000 vehicle, and we've done them on, you know, $1 million vehicles. So it's just really more about the consumer and how much they are concerned, how particular they are in regards to their paint holding up over time. A lot of people, you know, they'll purchase vehicles, it gets all chipped up, they don't like it, and they're like, you know, they start searching, you know, what can we do about this? And when they learn about all these different services that we offer. But paint protection film is definitely the way to go if it's within your means to do so. Being in the industry for as long as I have been, obviously I see the benefits to it, and obviously our customers do as well, and that's why they keep coming back. It really does, you know, help hold and maintain the value of that vehicle. XPEL has a 10-year warranty on it, can take all that debris and damage. The film can be removed at a later time, and you're right back to your brand new paint, you know, as long as the paint's not being damaged underneath. In most cases, you know, that is what happens. You have to have pretty big chip or pretty big rock coming at you to actually go through the film and actually damage the paint. So the paint protection film fights the majority of that off. For both those services, ceramic coating, you're probably looking at, say if you're going to do a full vehicle, in our shop here anyway, it's probably about a 2-day turnaround versus like a paint protection film. If you're looking at a full body, you're looking at more like a 5-day, you know, turnaround. They both get the same prep work, if you will, leading up to the service, which does take a lot of time. All the panels get, you know, washed, and they get clay mitted or clay barred, whatever is necessary to get the contaminants and whatnot off of it. And then of course they all receive a 1-stage polish, and then everything gets alcohol down, and then we actually get on to the actual installation of the product. But yeah, typically a couple days for a full body ceramic and 5 days for a full body PPF. The longevity of the two, once again, ceramic coatings, they're all over the place out there. You could have 6 months up to, you know, 9 years. An example, if you were to use Crystal Serum Ultra by Gtechniq that we use, they offer a 9-year warranty, professional grade. It's a 9H hardness, so it hardens up several times harder than your clear coat. But then they've got some very, you know, temporary ceramic coatings, you know, these little 6-month ceramic coatings and things like that. But it's really all just about the hardness, how they harden up. The shorter, you know, like the 6-month ceramic coating is a very lightweight coating. It's easy to apply and to remove, and you're not going to get into a whole lot of trouble actually applying that product. With the professional grades, it's going to set up really fast on you, so it's a lot more challenging to install the professional grade coatings and not get the high spots. So that's why you really need to know what you're doing when you're installing some of those coatings that are going to last you a lot longer. If you're interested in having us form a service for you out here at White Glove Auto, click the link in the bio, and be more than happy to have you come out and see what we can do for you. Once again, this is Dan at White Glove Auto, and we'd love to earn your business. Come on out and see us.